Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your presence in the room. Now ask yourself, when was the last time someone truly respected you? Not for what you have, but for who you are. There is a silent strength within you that doesn't shout, but it commands. Respect is not begged, it's embodied. He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened. Lao Tzu, the journey we take today isn't just about being seen, it's about being honored. Welcome to Puissance du Corps, where wisdom becomes power. If you seek not just to be noticed, but remembered, then you are exactly where you need to be. Now let's begin. There was once a man in a quiet village nestled between river and stone. He wore no ornaments, bore no titles, held no scrolls or ranks. And yet, when he entered the square, people fell silent. Children stopped laughing, elders straightened their backs, and men lowered their voices. He never raised his own. There was something in the way he walked, not pride, but rootedness. Something in his eyes, not force, but clarity. His silence spoke louder than speeches, and his stillness had gravity. Not a single soul could explain it, but they all felt it. Presence. It cannot be borrowed. It cannot be bought. It is carved over time, from pain faced, truth embraced, and inner ground claimed. Presence is what happens when you are fully in yourself, no longer seeking permission to exist. A lion doesn't need to tell you it's a lion. African proverb. Presence doesn't chase validation, it emits certainty, and people, consciously or not, align themselves to that frequency. They rise when you enter because you have already risen within yourself. Now ask yourself quietly, honestly, have you been shrinking to make others comfortable? Do you edit your voice, your posture, your dreams to fit into spaces that don't deserve you? The man in the village didn't need followers to be respected. He just needed to be home in his own body. Commanding respect is not about force or control. It begins when you stop abandoning your energy and choose to fully inhabit your soul's territory. People feel it, and they rise, not out of duty, but reverence. Respect doesn't begin with others. It begins the moment you stop apologizing for needing space. There's a quiet ritual, ancient, holy, performed not in temples, but in the silent decisions you make each day. The ritual of saying, "This is enough, I go no further, I allow no less." It's not easy. You'll feel the sting of guilt the first time you say no to someone you love. The tightness in your chest when you choose rest over obligation. The silence that follows when you finally stop explaining yourself. But that silence, it's sacred, because every time you say no to being disrespected, overlooked, drained, you're saying yes to the divine within you. Love yourself enough to set boundaries. Your time and energy are precious. Brené Brown, we often think kindness means endless giving, but there is no kindness in self-erasure. What if your boundaries were not barriers, but altars? A line drawn in the sand not to push people out, but to remind you that your spirit is worthy of reverence. People will test them. They always do. Some will call you cold. Others will walk away. Let them. Because the ones who belong in your life, they won't mind your sacred fire. They'll warm their hands by it. Ask yourself, can you protect your peace without apology? Can you stop over-explaining, over-giving, overcompensating? Boundaries are the language of self-respect, and the one who respects themselves teaches the world to do the same. There is a sacred hush behind your eyes, a quiet place the world cannot touch, a sanctuary waiting to be seen. Sometimes when the noise outside dissolves, when no one's looking, and even your own name feels distant, your gaze meets itself in the mirror. Unmasked, unfiltered, unflinching. And there it is, a presence, a question, a memory too old to name. The face is the mirror of the mind, and eyes without speaking confess the secrets of the heart. Saint Jerome. Your eyes carry stories your voice never told. They betray no effort, no performance, only presence. When you walk into a room and meet someone's gaze with calm certainty, you don't need to announce yourself. Your energy has already arrived. It's not about intensity, it's about stillness. A stillness that holds weight, not the heaviness of pain, but the groundedness of truth. Not the tremble of insecurity, but the echo of someone who has seen themselves and didn't look away. Do you trust the person staring back at you? Not the role, not the name, not the surface, the soul. Respect begins there, not in how others see you, but in how deeply you dare to see yourself. The eyes do not lie, and when yours speak without fear, they say, I am here, I am whole, I am worthy to be seen fully and without apology. This is where true respect is born, not from shouting, not from proving, but from being visible to yourself. Let's talk. Not about how loud you are, not about dominating the room or being the sharpest voice in the crowd. Let's talk about truth, the kind you can feel in your bones when someone speaks. Have you ever noticed? When someone speaks slowly, intentionally, like every word costs something, people listen differently. They lean in, not because of the speaker's volume, but because of their vibration. Conviction carries energy, not the energy of force, but of certainty. A calm fire that says, I'm not here to perform, I'm here to be real. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. Mahatma Gandhi, most of us speak to fill the gap. We throw out opinions just to stay heard. We soften our truth, afraid it might offend. We wrap our honesty in disclaimers, apologies, or nervous laughter. But the question is this: what do your words say about your self-respect? Are you speaking from fear or from alignment? Your voice has power, not just when it's loud, but when it's anchored. When it comes from your center, your lived experience, your hard-earned wisdom, people feel it. Even if they don't agree with you, they respect you. So speak less, but when you do, make it count. Say what you mean, say it clean, and say it only if it's true enough to echo in your own soul first. Because once your voice belongs to you, it naturally commands the attention of others. Close your eyes, just for a moment. Feel the air entering your body. Feel the way it knows exactly what to do, say, without effort, without instruction. This is your energy, remembering itself. There is a power inside you that doesn't need applause to feel real. It doesn't need proof. It simply is. The truly confident don't enter a room hoping to be seen. They are the room. They move slowly, speak less, breathe deeper, and somehow everyone notices. Not because they're loud, but because they are aligned. When you become who you become irresistible. Yogi Bhajan. True magnetism is quiet. It's the gravitational pull of someone who knows their worth isn't stitched to validation. It's the kind of energy that says, I am home within myself. And you're welcome to feel that if you're ready. You felt this before, maybe for a fleeting second. A moment where you didn't second guess yourself, where you weren't trying to impress, explain, or fix anything. You were simply present. That feeling? That's the pulse of your authentic power. Can you feel it now? It's not loud. It hums beneath the surface, steady, ancient, and yours. All it takes is stillness, a breath, and a decision to stop chasing and start being. So breathe in, stand tall, and arrive not into a role or an expectation, but into yourself. You don't need to demand attention. You already carry the magnetism of someone who remembers their own light. You are not just a body walking through time. You are a vessel of lineage, a living prayer spoken by those who came before. Beneath your skin lives the rhythm of ancestral drums. In your blood flows the courage of those who survived storms you will never have to name. And in your spirit echoes the strength of those who walked barefoot across sacred earth, carrying dignity like fire in their chest. When roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. African proverb: there is an altar inside you. It's not made of stone or incense. It's made of memory, of silence, of truth. And it waits patiently for you to return. The modern world teaches you to chase validation, to gather noise, to polish your image. But respect, real respect begins long before the world applauds. It begins in the quiet places when no one is watching, when no one is clapping, when it's just you and your soul. And the question, what do I stand for when the lights are off? That's where your roots grow, in stillness, in alignment, In reverence, go there, return to that inner altar. Not just once, but as a practice, stand before it, bow to it, look at what it remembers, and rise from it, not with arrogance, but with ancient knowing. You carry the weight of generations, not as a burden, but as a crown. You don't need to bend for the world to see you. Let the world adjust to your presence, because when you walk with your ancestors inside you, you don't need permission to be powerful. The world is a mirror. Every interaction, every glance, every silence reflects the tone you set with yourself. So if you've been waiting for others to value you, to affirm you, to finally see you, look inward first. Do you treat yourself as sacred? Do you speak to your own soul with kindness? Do you walk through your day with reverence or with resistance? Because life has a way of echoing back what you whisper to yourself. As within, so without. As above, so below. Hermetic axiom. Respect isn't something you chase. It's something you become. And when you do, when your spine lengthens with purpose, when your gaze holds steady, when your energy says, I belong here, the world can't help but respond. Maybe this message stirred something in you, not just a thought, but a memory, something ancient, something fierce, something sacred that you've always carried but had forgotten how to name. If you feel that quiet fire waking up, that deep strength ready to stretch its limbs and rise, then this space, Puissance du Corps, is for you. A sanctuary of wisdom, a place to remember, to reclaim, to reignite. Subscribe, not for the sake of following, but to stay connected to the source that speaks to you and from you. Because once you stop asking for respect and start embodying it, you'll never have to fight for it again. It will flow towards you like water toward gravity. Naturally, undeniably.